The world is a dangerous place when everyone you meet sees you as a tool instead of a person. For a hero carved from the very heart of the woods, a simple winter stroll can spiral into a perilous journey. The greatest threat isn't the frost, but the loss of identity. Imagine waking up to the crisp, biting air of a winter morning, ready to greet the day, only to find yourself swept into a current that doesn't care for your name. To the children playing by the water's edge, you aren't a father or a friend. You are a poo stick, a mere plaything to be tossed into the rushing river. You feel the chill of the water as you're carried away, shouting into the wind that you are stick man. Yet your voice is lost in the splash of the stream. The tragedy of stick man's winter is this constant cycle of being found and lost, of being useful to others while being completely invisible as yourself. As the river carries our hero further from the warmth of the family tree, the landscape begins to change. From the familiar shadows of the forest to the vast, open isolation of the wider world. Pacing is everything when survival is on the line. One moment, you are drifting. The next, you are snatched from the water by a swan. The swan sees not a traveler, but the perfect addition to a structural project. There is a profound loneliness in being woven into a nest, held tight by twigs and down, while your heart beats for a home that feels like a fading memory. The swan's best twig is another man's prison, a temporary stop on a journey that seems to have no end. But the winter wind is restless, and soon the nest is deserted, leaving our hero to the mercy of the elements once more. He drifts down the river, a solitary figure against the vastness, until the fresh water turns to salt and he is cast out into the sea. This is where the scale of the adventure truly hits. The frolicking foam and the tossing and turning of the waves aren't just descriptions of the ocean. They are the chaotic forces that wash him up on a beach far from everything he knows. The transition from the frozen woods to the golden sands of a distant shore highlights the sheer distance between Stick Man and his family. Even on a beach, the misunderstanding continues. To a father building a sandcastle with his children, Stick Man is an excellent mast, a place to hang a flag and signal a make-believe victory. The irony is sharp. While the children cheer for their castle, our hero is dreaming of a different tree, a different flag, the one that represents his own family. The internal winter of the soul, the coldness of being far from home, never truly thaws. The atmosphere of the great woods is often defined by its sudden shifts in temperament. One moment the moon is bright and round, casting terrible shadows upon the ground. The next, the snow falls fast and the wind blows wild. This is the environment Stick Man must navigate, a world where creatures claim they are not scared of the dark. Yet even the bravest heart flickers when the trail goes cold. The dreadful croaks of a crow in the night remind him of the dangers along the way, while the hideous toothy grins of sharks in the deep are reminders of monsters and mishaps. In this compilation, we see the echoes of other travelers who understand the weight of a long journey. We see the tiny snail who, with an itchy foot, hitched a ride on the tail of a whale to see towering icebergs and fiery mountains. The snail's journey was one of choice and wonder, a silvery trail left on a blackboard to save a friend. But for Stick Man, the trail is often forced upon him. He doesn't seek the stripy fish or the feathery fins. He seeks the familiar bark and the safety of his own roots. The contrast between the snail's deliberate mission and Stick Man's accidental exile underscores the desperation of his plight. There is a specific rhythm to the woods, a cadence found in the way a teacher tells a class to sit straight, or the way a dragon like Zog practices his champion role. These are the rituals of a world that makes sense, a world where everyone has a place and a purpose. Zog learns to fly high way up in the sky and earns his golden star through persistence. Stick Man's persistence, however, is of a different kind. It is the persistence of memory. It is the refusal to become just a wand found by a dripping wet frog or a stick for a dog to fetch. It is the quiet, stubborn insistence that he is more than what the world sees. As the winter peaks and the snow falls fast, the importance of the family tree becomes a beacon. It isn't just a destination, it's the definition of who he is. Without the family tree, he is just wood. With it, he is Stick Man. Every swoop and loop of a dragon is a testament to the community and help that exists in this world, if only one can find it. The cunning plans of garden creatures and the honeycombs carried to help a friend show that no no one survives the great woods alone. In the end, the journey of Stickman is a seasonal reminder that being lost is only temporary as long as you remember who you are. The frost may bite and the river may pull, but the spirit of the family tree is an unbreakable tether that eventually draws the wanderer back to the hearth. If you believe that everyone deserves to find their way